Welcome back to the final Northern Tool and Equipment Tools for the Trades Rat Rod Kart Build-Off update. Being here feels almost unbelievable, and it seriously feels like yesterday we were at the schools delivering the Northstar 740cc EFI engines. I'm Dylan McCool, YouTube content creator and restorer of cars, trucks, and plenty of junk, and I have been your host for this entire journey. Our final update has brought a bittersweet time for everyone. And what started out as a crazy late night idea has become so many things. An approved Minnesota Department of Education curriculum, a project bringing students together, creating lifelong friendships, a challenge for instructors, an opportunity to shine a light on what working in the trades could be, and so much more. Now, before I take you too far down memory lane, we should check in at Lakeville North where Cliff Anderson is pinstriping. Now, speaking of pinstriping, not only is it a trade, it also has a rich history. It's a timeless craft dating back to ancient Egypt, Greece, Native Americans, and many more. And then it took on a new phase back in the early days of automotive production. These car manufacturers would employ people who were called liners. They would hand paint long, thin lines accenting the car's curves. And following that, pinstripe pioneers like Von Dutch and Ed Big Daddy Roth took pinstriping to a whole new level. Von Dutch, he made a name for himself long before t-shirts, and he was one of the earliest pinstripers in the hot rod world. And about 35 years ago, Cliff Anderson started the trade's career as an apprentice for his father, Cliff Anderson Sr., who had 50 years of this experience. Now, Cliff worked with his dad, learning hand lettering, gold leaf technique, and striping.
It's super cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything that looks this good. That's hand painted. It's amazing.
I tell them it's just practice. If you love it and you have a passion for it, the sky's the limit. You can be really good at your trade with just practice and passion. When I walked in here today, I saw an incredible amount of work that's been done by these kids. All the work was high quality, really creative metalwork has been put into this project.
So the build coming to an end, it's exciting but sad at the same time. It's sad that we don't get to hang out with these guys and work with them much longer, but it's also really exciting that we're getting ready to go to the show and everything's come together.
I feel proud that we've come so far. I think we blew a lot of expectations out of the water. I don't think anybody expected us to get this far with it and do as much as we did in the time that we had. I'm proud to see where we got with it.
I'm watching the enthusiasm, the follow through, the planning, the design, the pluses, the minuses, you name it. It just brought these kids together as a team, and I'm proud.
I think the crowd's reaction when we reveal this cart in June is going to be the shock and awe type reaction because, you know, we're just a bunch of teenagers in a welding shop, and I feel like they don't really expect much from us, and I feel like we're gonna blow their socks off with how well we did.
I think even Richard Petty and Billy Lane will be excited to see what we've done and all the stuff that we've built, especially because it's just a high school class.
This is so much different than what they saw. All they saw was a skeleton. Now it's all a full piece, and they're gonna be blown away, I know it. The kids did all this themselves. They used the tools that were given us by Northern Tool, and they used their minds and they used their hands to create something pretty amazing.
Lakeville students truly have built an amazing ride. They've learned so much and applied it to the build. And as you may remember, they went through 6 frames to get here today. They got to watch Cliff work his magic to accentuate the lines of their custom build. And since this build-off started in September, they have learned some key lessons, including metal is hot, metal is sharp. Now, we won't show the finished striping today. You'll have to wait until June 21st and the unveiling to show Richard Petty and Billy Lane. Now let's go see what Minneapolis Public Schools are up to and see what is Cliff adding to their cart.
I hope that I'm able to learn how to pinstripe today. I think it could excel my career in bodywork, and hopefully in the future I can work in a restoration shop or something like that, because that'd be a dream come true.
More pressure on it, and then lighten up the pressure. Perfect. That's really good.
I think Billy Lane and Richard Petty are going to be surprised at the end result, considering how surprised they probably were our first couple of meetings, like looking at this pile of scrap junk and thinking that we're going to make a cart out of it.
I know we've come a long way from just seeing like the barrel and the truck bed just laying out there flat on the jack stands to where we are now. It's been a big improvement.
These go-karts were built by high schoolers, but we know what we're doing. We put a lot of time and effort into these karts to make it safe, make them fun. I think they're gonna have a blast.
We got it done pretty quickly when it comes to like the body work, and I'm really proud that we stayed true to the rat rod part of the build and kept a go-kart in there too.
The thing I'm most proud of with this build is the teamwork we put into it. I know at the beginning we were kind of struggling a little bit to have like an initial idea, especially when it comes to design. But once we had a track, we just followed it.
The build-off coming to an end is honestly really exciting. We've been working really hard, and our hard work's gonna pay off.
Northern Tool, Ingersoll Rand, they all stepped up, asked for a wish list, and we got everything and more that we needed. Also very grateful to the celebrity mentors for their time, for their expertise. And then some of the coverage from Rat Rod Magazine. They've been nothing but awesome every time they've come around. This kart might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I hope they can appreciate the hard work, the dedication, and the student effort that went into this.
This is our Mona Lisa.
Last time we saw their kart, the hinged hood was installed, tires were on, and they were working out the kinks on the steering, brakes, and suspension. Now today though, it's looking rather awesome, and Cliff is laying down some fantastic lines. And did you notice the nod to the king on the right side? Now that's cool. Luther, Zach, and the students have a lot to be proud of on this build, and it's going to be an amazing time watching Billy or Richard get in this thing and drive it. After seeing both schools today, you can understand why all of this is pretty bittersweet for us. It's sad because the school year is ending along with the kart project, and I've thoroughly enjoyed hosting and keeping up with the progress. But it's also happy knowing the amazing work these kids have done is finally coming together. And when you see the reveal, I guarantee you that you'll be blown away by their creativity, hard work, and attention to detail. I can see a tremendous sense of accomplishment that they have in their work, and it's rightfully so. They did this on their own, starting from scratch, and along the way, they have learned so much that will take them very far. This is the end of the road for updates. The next thing that you will see in the YouTube video series will be the final reveal. You'll also see Richard Petty and Billy Lane along with crowds of people seeing the builds in person. And you'll also see them driving these karts on the Minnesota State Fairgrounds. Then what? The karts will be prepped and they will be sent to the Sons of Speed Biketoberfest race at the New Smyrna Speedway in October. And I really wonder which kart Billy will race. Now the whole reason we did this build-off was to provide a new way to connect the trades and demonstrate career possibilities with high schoolers. And this once-in-a-lifetime experience proves working in the trades was the right choice for these students and so many others. Now if you're a student or you know one, please encourage them to explore the trades. The career options are endless along with the earning potential. Don't believe me? Ask Richard Petty or Billy Lane how the trades worked out for them. Northern Tool and Equipment Tools for the Trades program is all about supporting and fueling curiosity and passion for the trades. And they accomplish this by making significant donations of professional grade tools and equipment to schools. This creates hands-on experiences that drive interest in the trades to ultimately help schools expand their learning options, just like the Rat Rod Go-Kart build-off. In other words, they're investing in students today to help fill the skilled trades pipeline of tomorrow. Your view, comment, and share keeps the funding flowing for this Rat Rod build-off, but also for the next one. And who knows, your share could actually inspire a high school student to try a shop class. I'm Dylan McCool, and it has been an honor to join you along for this ride.